We begin tonight with a developing situation as a shooting has left one dead in the 9900 block of 36th Street.
It's about a dozen blocks west of John Barrow. It happened just a few hours ago. Right now, information is limited. These are shots we got from the scene a short time ago. We are waiting to see if a suspect will be named by police. We're also following a deadly encounter between park rangers and a man with a machete.
This happened Monday night in a house near Pinnacle Mountain State Park in Roland. First responders, including park rangers, arrived on the scene to help a man with a large cut on his head. They say they found another man there with a machete. And
a statement from Arkansas State Police says that man, 31-year-old Matthew Garrett, ran toward those rangers with the weapon, and those officers shot him. He later died. The other man with the head wound is expected to be okay.
Tonight, Pulaski County leaders are continuing the debate over data centers. Democratic County Judge candidate Wendell Griffin addressing the decision made by the Quorum Court last night. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jurnee Taylor.
And I am Hoyt. Last night, the court put a 12-month hold on any plans to build a future data center in the county, but did not block the two projects already approved to be built. So the moratorium gives these leaders time to ask more questions about these data centers. Political opposition has swelled against them both here and across the country.
And the nominee for judge has been leading that opposition. Griffin held his latest news conference today, reacting to the last night's moves. The former circuit judge says there is a legal way to block the two already approved.
I am pleased that the Quorum Court has enacted a 12-month moratorium so we can develop that regulatory framework. However, it is settled law that legislation favoring one project over every other developer in its industry violates the Arkansas Constitution.
Now, opposition to data centers usually focuses on the huge amounts of digital information that they hold. They power everything from streaming services and online banking systems.
And because they run all day, every day, they need consistent electricity and cooling systems. Catherine Rowley will have more on today's press conference tonight at 10.
High tech hitting your wallets as you can now keep your Arkansas driver's license or state IDs on your iPhone. State finance and administration officials announcing the cards are cleared to go into your Apple Wallet app. State Finance Secretary Jim Hudson did recommend, though, continuing to carry your physical license. Mobile IDs are not yet accepted everywhere, and so we've got steps, though, on how you can add it, and you can find those instructions on our website, thv11.com.
Wet weather is building into central Arkansas this evening. Check out the long-range radar here. You can see we've got this upper level disturbance spinning about into the border of Oklahoma and Texas, and just a lot of showers and thunderstorms wrapping around that system. So they're moving from the south off to the north and northwest. And now we have some downpours popping up across parts of the metro. So Jacksonville, Rixey, Sherwood, you're going to see a downpour. Won't last very long, but it could add up easily to a 1/10 to a 1/4 inch of rain, and more showers developing here in the western parts of Pulaski County. By far, the focus has really been just off to our west into the Ouachita's. We've got rain happening Mount Ida, also pretty close to Hot Springs Village, and then extending into Polk County. The heaviest rain with some lightning and thunder now over Antoine, Clark County, Pike County. This is all lifting its way off to the north and northwest, and more scattered showers and thunderstorms down landscape here into south central Arkansas. We do have a very small chance there could be 1 or 2 storms in this area that may try to produce some gusty winds and even a brief tornado, but that chance is really low. The story out there this evening will be a good chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms that continues through the overnight, and keep that rain gear close by on your Thursday. In fact, we could see pockets of heavy rainfall across parts of central Arkansas. I'll have another look at future radar and talk about how much more rain we could see over the next day or so coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. A school that has served generations is getting ready for its next chapter. Joe T. Robinson High School marks 100 years of service next year, and a bigger milestone already taking shape. Tamer Knight shows us how the Western Little Rock campus is growing.
One steel beam at a time. Joe T. Robinson High School starts its next chapter while approaching a major milestone.
This building next year will celebrate 100 years of Joe T. Robinson High School.
As that centennial approaches, the campus is growing right along with it. By 2028, the school will expand with 2 new buildings. Leaders say the expansion makes room for more students and more opportunities.
We went on a campaign to try to raise enough funding to expand our capacity for our students. And at the same token, we realized that some of the facilities here were a little bit dated too.
Plans include a 3-story classroom building designed to support students at a critical point in their education.
So my thought is that we would house definitely our 9th graders, because that is such a transitional stage from middle school to high school. Also, all of our core classes, because our elective classes and our academy classes, they are pretty much set in the old building.
It also adds a new band hall, one that will double as a storm shelter for the entire campus.
We are over 100 members, and this band is a force to be reckoned with, so they needed more space.
Wednesday's topping out ceremony marked a key step forward.
When you have new construction that takes place, that means that you have growth. It means that you're getting ready to give our kids the best opportunities that we can give them.
For school leaders, the moment is more than just new buildings. It's about building on a legacy.
We're building upon the foundation that has already started here to new endeavors, new excitement, new opportunities in everything that we do here, especially with our academies, bringing in new students and just moving forward.
Tamer Knight, THV 11 News.
A new school district could be coming to Central Arkansas, but they've got some hoops to jump through first. A group of residents called the Sherwood Public Education Foundation want to form a new Sherwood School District, breaking away from the Pulaski County Special School District. Foundation board member Noah Treat says it's all about one word: local.
It excites people because when you have a local district, you have local control, you have local accountability, you have local people making local decisions. So as a part of the greater district, there's a school board that has 7 members on it, and only 2 of those members are here in Sherwood.
Well, the proposed new district would change that. First, the group will have to get the approval of the district, which told THV 11 it's willing to work with them. Then they'll have to get it approved by the State Board of Education and finally by Sherwood voters.
Arkansas joining the ranks of mostly red states looking to unify public education planning when it comes to the federal government. The Sanders administration submitting plans to the U.S. Department of Education today to replace overlapping state and federal requirements.
It replaces it with a state-led plan for transparency and testing, and it says that it gives school districts more flexibility to focus on students. Now, the plan joins efforts by the Trump administration to eliminate the federal education department and now faces a 120-day review period.
Well, an Arkansas summer tradition continuing today up at UCA. High schoolers getting the chance to run a mock government, all part of the American Legion's Boys State program.
Yeah, it gives them a chance to see how the House and Senate operate and how elections work. And one junior says more people should get involved.
Really, it's just one of those things where if you have a dream, follow it. If you want to make a difference in the community, do not be scared. You have to get out there and you have to be engaged and you have to be seen.
Delegates are nominated by teachers and administrators back at their high schools for the week-long experience. The students will select a governor. An alumni of that is our own Hayden Balgavy, little-known fact. And 2 others, who will serve as senators for what's called Boys Nation. Well, still to come here at 6, the Razorbacks have already made history, but they want more. We are live from Oklahoma City as the Women's College World Series is now just a day away.
More showers and thunderstorms are a good bet on your Thursday, and some of these storms could produce some locally heavy rainfall. I think there is a concern we could see some minor flash flooding and street flooding across parts of the region. I'll have a look at future radar and talk about a drier trend going into the weekend coming up.